Well, here's another fun article. Is the Brexit agreement already starting to come unstuck? Well, that didn't take long. The Conservative agreement on the terms of the government's accord with the European Commission ends the weekends looking a little bit frayed. Theresa May will attempt to settle nerves in the Commons today as she reassures her backbenchers that nothing is agreed until everything is agreed. Or in other words, it might not sound like you don't like the agreement now, but trust me, it'll all be worth it when Phase 2, the talks on the broad outline of the trade deal that the United Kingdom and the European will effectively strike, rolls around. The problem is in that dealing with a crisis in the United Kingdom may restart one in Brussels. Remarks like the PMs today, or David Davis or Michael Groves at the weekend, were both of them nudged and winked at that perhaps the agreement to align with the EU in order to prevent a hard border wasn't quite as much as an agreement as it looked. Reassured nervous Brexiteers ultras rest assured nervous Brexiteer ulcers. They also irritate and discomfort May's European counterparts. 3-year-old children are bad at hiding what they hiding as they believe that if you can't see you, that you can't see them. And the worrying large chunk of the British political class appears to believe that because they can't read French, German or Polish or European politicians, that they also can't read English. This isn't true, of course. Some discerning European politicians even read Morning Call. So there is a remote but not impossible chance that what May hopes will be reassuring noises in Westminster may end up kiboshing the agreement at the European Council later this week. More likely, however, it is amid such eye rolling of eyes, a deal will be reached. The more worrying sign, as far as Downing Street hopes of a positive outcome to the talks go, is that there is still a lot to do. And the signs of distress from the Conservative car suggest that it may not see out the journey. Not least because the next phase, sorry to be a stuck record, is about completing a trade deal. Isn't about completing a trade deal, but laying out the foundations and the shape of the final destination and the terms of the transition. Because at the moment, Conservative unity rests on the notion that the British government has got one over on the European Commission. They haven't. And at the 11th hour, the UK will be able to wheel out more concessions. We won't. Or that any agreement can be easily and painlessly unpicked at our end without losing out on our market access, which it can't. That illusion is dispelled in October 2018, when the agreement is in place and the pro-soft Brexit majority in the Commons is the only hurdle May has to worry about clearing. That's fine. If the wake-up call comes in February 2018, Phase 2 could even be more difficult for Downing Street than Phase 1. So, as you see, Brexit negotiations are still ridiculous in all, but true form. So, who said we British were good at negotiating?